Okay, so as I mentioned, there are two things that we're doing week 5. We just covered in the last video the mind map, and that was an individual assignment. So now we're going to talk about the group assignment, which is also due on day 7. It's Empathy, Define, and Ideate. So when you click on the group assignments and scroll down to week 5, you're going to find the memo template, which I would like all of you to use for your assignment. I know it says you could use it, but I'm asking that you do use it so that all of the assignments are exactly the same. When you download that template, it'll say Memo Instructor. Change the word instructor to Christine. And then it says from design team, please put what number design team you are. If you're team 1, it should say design team 1 or design team A, whatever your group name is. And then underneath that, where it has the instructions, you're going to remove that. So just highlight it and hit delete. And then next, everything that's bold, you will leave there. So it says brief overview of team's project design ideas. So you leave it in bold, that's your subheading. And then underneath it, I would like you to type out what is the team's project design ideas. And then your point of view statement will go underneath that subheading. And then underneath the background of the problem or need, I would like you to type in there. Now, don't bold all of your work. The only thing that's going to be bold are the subheadings, okay? And then next it says empathy elements discussion, and then prototype ideas, and then there's a spot for your references. This is a research-based class. On this particular assignment, as well as everything else, you will need to go in and make sure that you are using in-text citations as well as referencing to support all of the thoughts that you have here in your assignment. Now, going to the group assignments on Blackboard for week 5, it also gives you the course project guidelines and then the course project rubric, which you should be using. If you go to the group course project guidelines and scroll down to week 5, part 5, it'll tell you the stages that you need to include in this. So when you're going through it, it says make sure that you are researching your project and exploring the importance of the element of empathy in your design thinking process. And that's why there's a whole section just for the empathy elements included in your memo. It's really important because we're trying to solve real world or society problems, and you will be empathizing with those folks that will be affected by this. It tells you in the directions what you need to read. There's some videos on empathy, as well as the design thinking process that you can go through that will certainly guide you in completing this assignment. It talks about defining the project problem. It will tell you how to answer all of these sections that are listed on the memo. So be sure that you're reading through the directions. And then it does state here that it is all due on day 7. You want to submit it as the Word document, which is this memo. You're going to submit it as your Word document. And it's 1 per team. And you'll also put a backup copy into your group assignments, so in the group file exchange, so that I can find it in there as well. All right, make sure that you are following the rubric as you go through. The rubric here will give you 5 points for the brief overview of the team's project design areas, and it must be supported with research. You'll see that under the exceptional part of the rubric column. It must have research, so you will use in-text citations. Your point of view or the POV statement is clear and appropriately formatted, and then that would be 5 points. 10 points for the background of the proposed solution. Again, detailed and research-based. If it's research-based, it must be supported in text. And then your empathy element, same thing, 10 points, and research-based. Be sure to read through all of this. You will need to have in-text citations for every paragraph here. Ideas of possible prototypes. It says that there's excellent depth and quality of these prototype solutions, and it says that it should be noted for each member's individual contributions here. And then 10 points for your writing mechanics with, spelling, grammar, your in-text citations, your reference pages, and so on. All right. So just be sure to take a look at the directions for each section. Be sure that you're using the memo and that you're reviewing the rubric before you submit your work. All right, make it a great week.